I'm gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, mom and dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drinks, smoke, or eat and cry. I never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drinks, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
Hey, and we are live. Jumping out of frame right there was Mr. Zach. He'll be back in a little bit. But welcome to episode, what is this, 9?
Nine. Yeah.
Episode 9 of season 3 of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. I am your
Video's
host,
out of sync.
Kyle Mocha. That's what Mikey's saying. The video was out of sync.
Well, we did have one drop frame, so
We
maybe
did.
that fucked up.
We did. It might have fucked up. And you'll deal with it. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So,
It wasn't out of sync on my end.
it
That's
wasn't
your
on my
fault.
end either.
Get a wired connection, motherfucker.
My end isn't doing anything though, so you know my end is kind of bullshit. But hey, welcome here to again Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up aboard the Steady Houseboat.
Doing blasting hot farts.
Oh, it is blasting hot and hard and hardy farts.
Hurt.
Farts. Turd farts and certs.
Oh,
Alrighty,
geez.
joining me as always is Mr. Justin Olampado up there.
man.
That guy up there.
Hey. Oh, hey.
The man upstairs who's really over there. But you don't know that unless you've been here or we've talked about it in the past, which we probably have. And then also joining us, as always, is Mr. Zachary Storman. Easier to open that one this week. Maybe after it sits for a week, it'll taste better too.
Nope.
We had not a good time. Oh yeah, you already had one upstairs. We had not a good time with that beer.
Yeah,
there were
not
plenty. Not plenty. There were about 4 or 5 of them left today.
Yeah.
So American Light, if you see it,
Stay away from it.
Don't
yeah,
drink
you
it.
can take the risk. You can take the risk.
It's not even worth. You're not saving anything.
Yeah, Mikey's saying that his connection is now fine.
Okay.
It's now fine. It's caught up. Thank you, Mikey, for upgrading your internet
And
services.
plugging it into
Direct
the
in,
actual
brah.
computer. Yeah.
Direct in,
Correct.
brah.
I was just talking to you before, but
Yeah.
we have the brand new, very exclusive DJ
song.
Khaled song.
DJ Khaled song.
We're able to play it on this
We are
show.
the first in the world that
we
is
will
getting
ever-
this.
yes.
Zach is just hearing about this right now. And that is
Are
the
you-
look
are
that
you
he's
guys
given.
ready to listen
This
to
is the
this?
new DJ Khaled. I haven't heard it yet.
Is
I
it the
haven't.
brand
I'm
new
very
DJ
excited.
Khaled? Are you very
Very,
for
very
it?
excited.
Okay.
Justin,
I'm very ready.
All right,
let's
here
go.
we go.
DJ Khaled.
Brand new DJ Khaled.
Sounds like him so far.
Yeah, that's
Was that him singing? That was him singing,
Yes,
right?
that was it.
He
That
didn't
was
say
the
his
brand
name
new-
once in that, so that's a pretty
What,
big
actually,
departure
what song
for
is
him.
that?
It's a sonata.
It
but
sounded
it's
like,
just air
is
horn
this
sonata.
the little girl I carried from it's from
Is that- who is
Fiddler
it?
on the Roof. It's Fiddler on the Roof. That's what I think it is. But maybe it's another song.
No,
it
it's
might
definitely
be another
a
song.
sonata
It's a sonata.
yeah, but
by somebody.
Eternal Sonata.
And it was probably stolen to
That's
be
a video
used
Moonlight
game.
Sonata?
in a couple of musicals.
Moonlight Moth guy.
Moonlight Moth
Dark
Guy.
Souls reference.
The Moonlight Mothman Prophecy Sonata.
Light Moth Moon Lady. AKA the easiest fucking moth you'll kill.
Yeah, it's all going right over this head.
Yeah.
All right.
Play
Well,
some
Moths
Dark
are hard to
Souls
kill.
oh, I get moths are harder. You said something about a game though,
Yeah.
and I don't know what game that was. Some game.
Dark
A game
Souls.
that you play? Oh, Dark Souls. Okay, yeah, a game that you play. So that was the world
the
premiere
world
of that
premiere of the
DJ.
new
Does
DJ
the
Khaled.
song have a name so people can look it up?
Air horn sonata.
Air Horn Sonata. There you go. If he doesn't wind up using that in a song, we need to just write a song for him,
Yes, and then send it
just
to him.
leave blanks where he can just say his name.
Yeah,
Where he just be able to shout,
Hey!
DJ Khaled, hey kitty,
Hey!
get away from them
Get
records,
away from them.
get off of
Get
them.
all
Why you
away
always
from
gotta
them.
do
You a
that?
kitty over there, and you being a bad kitty.
You know.
Oh, bad kitty, bad kitty.
Well-
All right, so this week there's a little bit of changes happening. Obviously, I look like this right now.
Changes.
Last week I had some big giant mutton chops. This week I've got the
Yes.
nice creep stash and the nice creep sideburns, the nice creep face that goes along with it. And who
we've
knows where
also-
it'll end.
We've also made it away from the zombies are in space right now. So.
Oh, zombies are in space?
No, we had zombies. Remember last week? We had
No.
zombies attacking.
No, I don't remember last week at all.
Oh,
I
man.
generally don't remember last
Well,
week.
if you look
Yeah.
right there.
Uh-huh.
we're in
Oh,
space.
yeah, we had zombies right here. Okay, now we're in space. I get what you're saying.
Got it?
I see it.
right.
I hear it. I understand. But yesterday, I mean, it's not far into it, but yesterday, me and my roommate started going on, trying out the keto diet just to give it a try for like a week or so or a month or so, see how it goes. So I'm drinking clear. I'm not drinking any beer. I'm trying to avoid, everything that you avoid on the keto diet. We're gonna
We do have something
you
to
explain-
mirror
it's
White Claw.
kind of the idea of the Atkins diet, more or less. You eat things that are high in protein, high in fat, no carbs, along those lines. But beer goes completely out the window. So that is the
you can only
struggle.
have like a finite amount.
It's
of
like
carbs.
50 carbs a day, and most of those are incidental carbs, like that you don't realize that you're getting into your system. So we're gonna give it a try.
Like what
He and
we're gonna be
I,
drinking
we're
here
both
actually
bigger
has
fellas, so
4.8.
it does have some carbs in it.
Yes.
But he and I are both bigger dudes, and we're looking to live a little bit longer. So we're gonna give this a
Mikey's
shot.
checking the claw right now, so maybe you should get on what we're gonna have. in
Yeah,
a second.
yeah. So why don't we just jump right into our favorite segment, I believe, for all of us. What are we drinking, Justin?
That's not beer.
What are we drinking? What are we drinking? What are we drinking? We're drinking
Clear.
What are we drinking?
Whole lot of vodka.
There you go.
Clear.
Vodka.
Clear.
Figured you'd go clear at the end there. So
Yeah,
I
I
switched
know.
up.
Chew on Cal and
You
suck
know
on
me.
ice cubes, Jim says. And Mikey is just saying claw over and over.
Claw. It moves, it chooses. Well, we are not actually drinking White Claw. What we are drinking, Justin picked these up from the liquor store. They are actually
White Claws.
vodka and soda. It's a
You get all
vodka
kinds of
and
different
soda.
flavors. Originally, I
Sun
grabbed the
Sips.
watermelon.
Yeah, Sun Sips. I hope it's different than Sun Tea, because
Should I
that's
shake
made
it?
of pee.
Don't
I don't
shake
think
it.
so.
It's carbonated.
So it's black cherry. It's made with real juice, and that's where you're getting the carbs and everything from. But it's vodka with real fruit juice, sparkling water, and natural flavors. It is a 12-ounce can, 100 carbs, 4.8 grams of protein,
Doesn't
0
smell like
fat,
anything.
and it opens fairly easily. I
smells
see
like
it's got a
nothing.
nice red color, so we're not actually drinking clear. We're drinking clearish red. I got a little bit of a black cherry, but like basically seltzer smell.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It just
alright.
smells weird. All right, so you took a sip. You took a sip there. Let
Yeah,
me
it's
get
not
a little
bad.
sipper here.
Knowing that it's vodka, yeah, all right. It's sort of bitter.
Yep, no, it definitely has a
bitter.
little bit. Hits the lemonade spot in the back of the mouth. That.
How, it's not as strong as the claw.
No, it's 4.5. It's 4.5%,
But it is
it's
vodka.
not malt liquor though.
is
So
vodka.
you're exchanging a little bit there.
It is vodka.
It is vodka. It is
You're not
definitely
getting some
vodka.
weird, fucked up mix of malt liquor.
Am I the only one that likes malt liquor better than vodka?
so.
No, I do like malt liquor better than vodka, but I'm trying to avoid that right now, which is why I also bought this wonderful thing. Stateside Urban Craft Vodka. It's from Philly. And it's in a real sweet, looks like a giant Grolsch bottle. You know, it's got the little flippy top thing.
Joint holder.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's for. It holds your Spike Lee joints. I don't know if a whole DVD can fit in there. But
I don't know. That's what they always say about that lid, but I don't understand.
I don't understand it either.
Where they're storing joints in that
Well,
lid.
because when you... All right, so Drew at an undisclosed location.
Uh-huh. An undisclosed person at an undisclosed...
Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Drew Barrymore.
Well, he would take them off of the bottles,
Mm-hmm.
and you take the metal part out.
Yeah.
And you can still press down on...
Oh, so it's like a clip.
Yes.
I gotcha. I thought it was like
so
you're
you
saying
can put it
hang
in
it
there,
off
hold
the
it,
bottle.
and then pull from the lid.
Okay. You've got a lot of experience going out to Colorado and California and places where marijuana might be legal and trying out with these bottles.
Yes.
That's weird. You could probably do it with the cigarette, though. So we could have just done this whole thing about cigarettes as well.
Well, that's what
it's a cigarette. Whoa, cigarettes.
Yeah,
okay,
what the fuck
all right.
were you talking about,
I
dude?
thought you were talking about legal marijuana in states where marijuana might be legal.
That stuff.
Because that's not here. That's not here. It is the lettuce of Satan.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure is the...
I can't believe you just brought that up.
colloquial
I
term.
have to leave.
You have to
I will
leave
see you
now.
later. No,
You have
actually,
to-
you have to get the fuck out of my house.
Oh, I thought you were going to leave, though.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nah,
Can you guys both leave? I really just want to jerk off on the couch.
All right. Here we
Not
go.
on the couch, but while I'm sitting on the couch.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you're not going to stand up, jerk off
I'm going to jerk
onto the
off
couch.
on one couch from the other couch.
I'd like to see it.
I got a shooter in my pants, boys.
I would enjoy seeing that because it'd probably be extremely hilarious.
Mikey said Zach hates it. The high noon.
Yeah.
That he's smacking his lips too much for it to be good.
Oh, he's...
And then he was talking about AKA Prison Hooch. About that.
Mike,
Devil's
yeah.
Lettuce.
How many Red Bulls have you had?
You are typing so quickly.
so quick.
You are so Red Bulled up. Are you mixing White Claw and Red Bull? That's dangerous.
Oh, and White Claw Red Bull with vodka. It's a good combo.
Vodka.
Well, I just like using the White Claw as a mixer. It is a good
Yeah, it's
mixer.
a
I
great
think that's the
mixer.
base.
By the way, I did buy
great
something
base.
else today.
You did
I
buy
haven't
something
bought-
else.
I haven't really drank soda in a while.
Yeah.
I did buy some soda today.
Yes, you... Oh, God, you did. You
And
bought
it's a
all of
Mountain
the
Dew,
soda. Mm-hmm.
and I immediately, as soon as I tasted a sip of it, I immediately texted Steve Warner.
Yes.
And I said, "You need to go and buy this."
Oh.
Is it blue raspberry?
It's blue
It's
raspberry.
basically blue
But it's
raspberry.
called Liberty Series.
Liberty Series, yep. It's got
And
50 flavors.
different flavors in it.
50, which I saw it and I went, that's just going to taste like blue raspberry. It's going to taste like a bomb pop, and that's all it's going to taste like. So you were drinking that with a little bit of the vodka and a little bit of club soda in there as well.
Yeah, I don't necessarily recommend mixing that.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was just one on them.
Just
by
one or
themselves.
the other, not both of them, but it's bringing out the vodka flavor.
God
Now
damn
you
it.
could
I'm terrible
also
with
just
this
spill
shit.
things all over the place. It's a
Yeah,
good thing
yeah.
that you can do. But all right, so Justin's gonna take a quick little break here, and he's gonna jump over and he's gonna grab something to clean up his little spill with. But in the meantime, if you are joining us in the future, listening on iTunes or listening and watching here on YouTube, make sure you're watching us live every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. And you'll get to join in and chat with us just the way that you're hearing us chat with Mr. Mikey and Mr. Jameso. And before we were actually chatting with Zach, because he was upstairs. And now you can see a nice close-up of Justin's beard.
Look at that
as he-
TV shirt.
Look at that.
It's a nice shirt.
It is.
Yeah, that's a nice shirt. Give it to me.
So how does the
Hey, I like that shirt. Give it to me now.
It's gonna be his shirt soon. It's gonna be his shirt soon. That's your last shirt? Is that what you said?
I said, "Give me your shirt."
Oh. Alrighty. Well, either way, that was pretty fucking hilarious. And I think when I think of pretty fucking hilarious, I think of making Zach listen to really bad jokes I wrote.
Yeah.
I
So I
already
think
have
it's
a headache.
time.
Jokes and anecdotes.
God damn.
Jokes and anecdotes.
Yeah, you spilled good.
Jokes and
later.
anecdotes. I'm gonna tell some jokes to you.
You're dumb.
How sticky do you think the
What
floor's
the
gonna be?
fuck is going on here?
Ah, we already drank beer. Actually, we didn't.
Why did it? You know what,
I don't know.
man?
You
New-
fried
new
the
stuff.
boards over there. You
New
fried
stuff.
the boards. Alrighty, so every week I like to write a couple of jokes. And for Zach specifically, I like to write really, really good jokes. He always enjoys them. Again, I've come up with 3 different ones this week, so we're going to jump right
It is
into it.
amateur hour, Mikey. You're right.
Amateur hour. Oh, yeah. The show might as well be called Amateur Hour. All right, so joke number 1. Starting off soft here. Convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his jail cell on Saturday, hanging from his bedsheet in an apparent suicide. Following the shootings in the U.S. last weekend, it's nice to see something uplifting in the news. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Now, do you think the Clintons killed him or Russia killed him? Or do you think he just killed himself?
There's a conspiracy that he's actually not
Dead?
him. That's not
I like that theory the best. Because if you're going to go with the conspiracy theory, you might as well go with the most of conspiracy theories.
Conspiratorial theory.
Oh, yeah. All right. Second joke. Again, keep it on the soft side here. Convicted rapist and America's former dad, Bill Cosby, began appeals to overturn his sentence of 3 to 10 years for drugging and sexually assaulting a woman in his home. The lawyers for Cosby claim that the testimonies of the 5 other alleged victims who accused him of similar acts should not have been admissible in court, stating, "It's really unfair. It makes him look super actually just guilty."
I used to be a hero. Now I'm a wanted man.
No applause needed there. Just that soundbite. I love it. And then finally, former Yankee and current ESPN commentator Alex Rodriguez had over $500,000 worth of items stolen from his rental car in San Francisco this last week. He lost a laptop, a camera, and some jewelry, and the SFPD is currently looking into the matter. When asked for a comment, A-Rod said, "Hey, they can steal my belongings, but they can't take my dignity. I made sure of that when I cheated at baseball for over a decade."
Does he have herpes?
Probably, which means J-Lo has herpes, Cameron Diaz has herpes, Madonna has herpes. So many people that guy dated have herpes.
Every major actor, actress, or
has
person
something.
in celebrity,
Especially if you had sex with Madonna.
Yeah.
That's 30 years after
Guy
Sean
Ritchie.
Penn.
Guy Ritchie's like,
oh,
done.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
Oh, his little British wiener's definitely rotting off over there.
Mikey said that he paid his way and is sitting on pedo islands.
What?
Epstein.
Oh, yeah. Where's that island located?
Pedo
you think it's a Mediterranean
island.
or a Caribbean island?
I don't know.
Pacific?
Thailand.
It's Thailand.
It is Thailand. That's correct.
There's like a lake in Thailand, and it's the island in the middle of the lake.
All right. It's a very small. Then
You
there's
think
an
that they
underground
use
bunker
the
that they
island
go to.
commercial ad?
Nobody gives you more than Thailand. Is that
Come to
right?
Thailand.
Come to Thailand. Nobody gives you more. Dun dun dun. All right. Another thing we like to do every week is bring up one of our lovely sponsors, the beautiful Cinder Inn in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Every weekday we have a different food and drink special. Every weekend we've got different food specials going on. Our good friend Slacky runs Slackyoki Karaoke. We be karaoke.
Yeah.
He runs that every Friday and Saturday night from 10 until 2. I run trivia every Wednesday.
I killed my lady.
Your light would be dead. And every Wednesday, as I said, I run trivia, and I like to bring 3 of the questions that I'm going to be doing at tomorrow's trivia to the 2 of you, and a guest if we have one. And we do a little segment that we like to call Trivia Time.
It's trivia time, I'm a trivial guy. Now it's time for trivia time. Yeah.
Did Mikey ever answer how many Red Bulls he's had tonight? Did he ever
Cinder
answer that?
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, Mikey does enjoy his wings, and that's another good thing to plug right there. They go wonderful wings special every Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's
starting
something
at
that we're
noon,
going
going
to
to
try
10.
and do later on in the evening when we
and
start working.
Now we're doing a different special sauce every week, so you got to come back every week. We did a chili coconut last week. We did a creamy garlic parmesan before that. Yeah, a lot of different stuff. We're talking about trying to make the cherry coke one that Chuck always wanted to make, that he never got around to doing when he was at Jock and Jill's. So we were just like, just stab a bib and drain out some cola.
Yeah, basically.
And we'll be good to go. Just make it, reduce a little bit of barbecue sauce, add the, grenadine to it. It'll be a good time. He also wants to try, Mike, my roommate, who's also our chef, wants to try doing a Jaeger bomb. wing flavor
I've
with
done
Jaeger and
Jaeger-bomb.
Red Bull.
I did a Jaeger-bomb donut
Ooh, how's
at
that?
Floods. It actually came out really
You
good.
use Red Bull and the Jaeger, or just the Jaeger?
No, Red Bull and Jaeger. Yeah.
Damn, I don't think I was around for that.
Dude,
week.
before Jock's closed, I ordered a whole case of anise,
Yeah.
which is the spice that makes the
Like
Jaeger
licorice
taste
and
like
stuff? Yeah.
But then we closed. I never got to use it. So
Now, was it there when you were allowed to go back? Or did that been
They
taken
took
as
they
well?
had taken all the food already.
That's unfortunate. I guess it's probably good. That building would have been smelling from space.
I don't know what this word is, but Mikey said SOLD.
Sold.
Okay. cool.
Sold.
I can't read unless the letters are together.
Oh, it might have been solid. So it's
Fuck.
a safe bet not. So with trivia here, we don't have a guest for the next couple of weeks, and that's not in any way an attempt to let Justin catch up to the guest.
no, not at
Justin's
all.
sitting at 5 right. Zach has 11 right. The guest has 8 right. And that's over 20,
my
24 questions, 26 questions, whatever it is.
my comeback.
8 times 3 is
24.
24. Yeah, so there you go. Math
ding
times
dong.
math is fun.
doing good.
All right, so
Smart.
trivia time for tomorrow. The categories we are going to be doing will be 80s music. The second round is going to be a what I call no shit bullshit, our true false. That's going to be all about the local area, the Poconos. And then number 3, the third round is going to be movie quotes.
Right.
I'm not going to lie to you. If you've gone to trivia in the past, some of these might be familiar because they're just categories from like my first and second week that I did, minus the middle category. And I've been busy working this week and done time to write any new ones. So if you remember them, good on you. Come tomorrow and get some extra free points. But we're going to get started. See if Justin can make a little bit of headway here.
What are you trying to say, man?
That you're behind?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's right.
So again, round number 1 is going to be 80s music.
All right.
The question is, Boy George insists that loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams in the hit Culture Club song Karma Chameleon. You're all familiar with the song?
Yes.
Karma, 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 and I can't sing
Chameleon.
any more of that.
Yep.
All right. So he says, loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. What were the colors of his dreams? Loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. I have to sing it badly, so it's not correct.
You actually
and then he
use
goes
these
1, 2, and 3. There are 3 colors. 1, 2, and 3. 3 different colors. I definitely have used this question multiple times
Well, I think
at
you've
trivia.
actually used these as lyrics.
Oh, I've definitely used these as lyrics. I've snuck them into our song
Yes.
lyrics before.
Fucking
So it's
Christ.
3 different colors. Let's see if you can get them. Testing your 80s music trivia. George Michael. I said Boy George. I might have said George Michael. I meant to say Boy George. George Michael's on my mind all the time. If I said George Michael, thank you for correcting me. All right, so Zach, do you have an answer here?
Yeah, but it's wrong because I can't remember.
right.
Red, gold, and green.
Red, gold, and green is Zach's answer, and Justin, your answer
I
is
put red, gold, and purple.
red, gold, and purple. It is red, gold, and green. It's red, gold, and green. Give
Red,
another
gold, and
point
green was
to Zach, bringing up to 12 altogether. Number two. Now the category is going to be true false, but this is actually the bonus question for tomorrow because the true false style it's not as fun here, so I wanted to go a little bit more difficult. So this will be a non-multiple choice question tomorrow, and it'll be bonus. It'll be worth 10 points.
Yep.
The question is, in 1982, what singer famously purchased the Tamament Resort for $15 million before selling it in 1987? They were putting their name on it. They were trying to attract a lot of people from Vegas, New York, but mainly Vegas, to Tamament at their new resort.
So it's a singer?
It is a famous singer who I believe is still alive today, but in 1982 they purchased the resort to rebrand it under their name. Nothing ever came of it, and in 1987 they sold for an undisclosed amount of money.
I don't think this is right.
You don't
but
think this
okay.
is right? All right, Justin's got something written down, so let's jump over to Justin first. Who do you think it is?
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie. It's a pretty good guess. It's a pretty good guess. Yeah. And Zach, your
complete total guess. Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam. No, okay, so the answer, you're both incorrect here. Right. Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton's Tamament is what it was going to be called.
I was that's you said Vegas.
Yeah.
And I was thinking Wayne Newton, but I wrote Dwight Yoakam.
You're right. Well, it's the same person, pretty much.
No, but I was thinking what's that fucking Wayne Newton song?
It's Not Unusual. What's New Pussycat? No, those are totally different people. Donkashane?
Donkashane. I was singing that in my head, but I wrote the wrong.
Those are Tom Jones songs. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a Tom Jones.
Same guy,
no,
right?
Donkashane is.
No, I was saying the songs that I said first were Tom Jones songs, but Donkashane, yeah.
Fuck.
The Ferris Bueller song.
Me.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. If you'd like to fuck Zach, just send in your request to 123 Justin Sucks PA, and we'll get it and we'll return it. All right. The
Bring
final.
Socks.
Bring socks for you or for them?
I can't tell you.
All right. We won't tell you what the socks are for. Okay, so the final category is movie quotes. I'm going to read a quote from a movie, and you need to tell me what film it is from. These are all going to be fairly famous lines from these films, and the movies are all fairly famous movies, okay?
All right.
So here is the quote. Fairly famous. Here, if you have a milkshake, and I have a milkshake, and I have a straw, there it is. It's a straw, you see. Watch it. Now, my straw reaches across the room and starts to drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. I'll tell you, it was released around 2007. It was a huge release that year. Okay. And it is a film based on a novel, a very Academy Award-worthy film. I'm not sure exactly what they might have won or might not have won, but I think the actor might have won Best Actor. If not, he was definitely robbed there. So let's get your answers written down. Let's see what you think it might be. Now, I'm telling you not to look in the chat, even though you're going to look, because Mikey is in there, and he's giving answers. And I don't want you to take the wrong answer or take the right answer. I want you to come up with one all out of your own noggin. Any ideas?
No. I'm
fumbling around? All right. The milkshake. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. Mikey's got the name and the actor written in there. He's obviously a huge dork to know all of this stuff.
I bet you I never saw this movie or heard of it.
All right, I bet you've heard of it. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's just get an answer down, whether it's right or not. Alrighty.
All right, so I did see what Mikey put.
Yes.
And I will say,
yes,
I did not enjoy the movie.
You did not enjoy the movie.
And I'm not writing down the answer because I didn't know, so I'm just putting my...
All right, so what is the answer that you are putting down?
I put Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber,
which is definitely not right.
Yes, that's totally not right. And then, Zach, what did you write down?
This is not right either, but I wrote Good Burger.
Good Burger.
Because that should have won an Academy Award.
Well, as he's saying in the chat there, it is There Will Be Blood, starring Daniel Day-Lewis.
Which I will say was super bored through that whole fucking movie.
Yeah, it is an old-timey movie.
They got milkshakes back
Yeah,
they got
bowling
in it. There's all kinds of shit.
I never saw that movie.
Oh, it's a good movie.
I thought it was boring as hell.
Well, you would, because you don't like good movies.
No, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
All right,
Justin doesn't like good movies, and I don't even like movies in general.
You don't. That is true.
I did watch the movie, and in the moment when he starts beating the shit out of his kid.
Oh, his son? Yeah. Oh, God. My favorite line in the whole movie really is he's shouting at his kid because his kid's really a bastard that he took it. He just starts going, bastard in a basket, bastard in a... It'd be a good sound clip to get.
Yeah.
Just bastard in basket.
Does he shout, there will be blood?
I don't think at any point.
Spoiler: there's only one time there is blood.
Yeah, there's only one time there's blood.
Actually, no, the's two times.
I'm not sure if the blood is like actual blood or if the whole thing's being about oil. It's talking about the oil, blood, sweat, and tears. All right.
Maybe it is about the oil. There will be blood, blood of the earth.
Well, this week we do not have a featured musical guest because we are working on our epic, and we wrote a long one tonight. And before we get into talking about that, I would like to give a big shout out to the Main Street Jukebox in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. If you have any need for music or movies or memorabilia, go down there and check out that store. Everybody down
the
there is
new
wonderful.
Tool album, go buy it.
Go buy it.
At the end of this month. It's
They-
going to be 40. Mikey, what is it? $48,
$48, but on vinyl? Is it going to be on vinyl or just on? Is that just on CD?
I don't know. The CD release, the physical copy will be $48 because apparently it is coming with a 4-inch LCD screen with speakers and behind the scenes footage between the album and shit. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
They always do some crazy shit with their packaging.
Like wait 12 years to get it to you? Is that part of the packaging?
Yes, apparently so.
Yeah? All right. Well, go down and check out the Main Street Jukebox. The new Tool album will be available there upon its release.
Mm-hmm.
So, always, for all your music, movie, and entertainment, 45. But all your movie, music, and entertainment needs, check out the Main Street Jukebox. And we're going to jump into talking about part 3 of our epic here.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, it is a long song. It is a long song, but something that Zach pointed out as we were wrapping up the recording, it's a long song, but it's actually all song for the most part. Now, did we clear 10 minutes with any of the finagling you were doing, or are we still under that 954?
850.
850. Oh, did you trim some off, or
No.
No?
We were at 854.
Oh, 854. Oh, okay, all right. They said 9. They said 9. All right. So it's a 9-minute song. This is in the story. Just to give a quick recap, we are following a character named Arthur, who has a very mundane and boring life as a garbage man. He stumbles upon a magical golden karate trophy. He touches the karate trophy and is transported into a magical world, and that is where part 2 left you off at. The first part was a nice overture, and then that is part 2. So part 3 is the introduction of the world of Captalon. It's the introduction of Arthur to the dwarf people of Captalon, and the introduction of the idea of who the Boar King is. Now, as far as the storyline goes, Zach, I think this is where we're really starting to get into the meat and potatoes of the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're getting it's a very ridiculous thing that we are doing here.
The whole time me and Kyle were working on the vocals, we kept looking at each other going, somebody's gonna like this.
Somebody's gonna like it.
May not be us.
Might not
May not be nobody we know, but somebody is gonna appreciate
somewhere
it.
in like Estonia is gonna hear it and learn English by listening to it, and they're gonna have a really weird concept and grasp
You have to
of
be
our language.
Estonia to appreciate
You gotta be a
this.
stoned at least.
Hey.
The devil's lettuce.
But yeah, it's a nice fantasy epic. So, Zach, as far as the music side of things go, what were the themes that you were pulling into this? What was your goal for this song itself?
The dwarves are silly.
Mm-hmm.
There had to be a little silliness, which we nailed.
A little bit. I
And
think
then
we got it.
the Boar King is a little more serious.
Yep. It's a little bit more rocking out in those parts.
Yeah.
Now, Justin, you jumped behind the drum kit, and I gotta say, for a 9-minute song, that was one of the quickest drum sessions in the room there.
There was no struggling on it this week.
You literally just fucking.
It was like figure out where.
You always take a couple
was.
of takes for different things, but you kind of jump right into it, and you were hitting weird like syncopated offbeat like things that just really when I was listening.
The pre-chorus is a weird beat.
Yeah.
When I was listening just to the drums and not hearing the music in headphones or anything, I was like, "Oh, is that off right there? Is that off?" And then he would play it like, after you were done, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's just like a nice fucking awesome accent."
Yeah.
You were just hitting in weird spots.
I like to do that though.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like off beats and just weird.
Gives it more of a
things.
natural feel, and especially with this, it's an offbeat story that we're
Not
telling.
only that, but I mean, it's not necessarily meant to be just a straight song. Like, it's more or less supposed to be something that is more theatrical in a sense.
Operatic.
Oh, I would say it's theatrical for sure. Now, while we were doing the vocals, I've been doing my normal kind of Broadway style voice in the first 2 because that's going to be the voice of Arthur. Whenever he sings, it's going to be more just my straight Broadway voice. Right. And when we got to Letidian, who is the leader of the dwarves that we meet in this 3rd installment of the epic, Letidian, I was trying to figure a voice that would be good for him. And I just started doing Malcolm McDowell. And Malcolm McDowell over here. Yes. Malcolm. And, the best way to learn it.
He says his own name a lot.
Well, that's the best way. I was going to say, it's the best way to learn anything is to say the person's name in their voice. Like, you try to do a Sean Connery, a Michael Caine, a George Bush. Yeah.
No, the best way to learn Sean Connery is say, John Bonham.
You're the man now, dog.
You're the man now, dog. Yeah. So I tried to do Malcolm McDowell and talk like this as best as I could while singing. So the voice of Latedian is inspired by Malcolm McDowell. It's all
Malcolm
over the
McDowell's
place.
actually going to be playing him.
I really hope so, that we get this made before he gets accepted into hell.
Yeah, again, if anybody wants to turn this into a movie, comic, whatever.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. We'll charge you for it, and it'll be good for all of us.
I would like to do a comic.
And Kevin Smith will make another movie about how this movie does not need to get made.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I'm down with all of this.
Yeah, Kevin
Go
Smith,
meta
make this
as
movie.
fuck. He's made movies based on things that come up on podcasts, but they were his podcast.
podcast.
So we'll see if he'll stretch a little bit there.
Well, yeah.
So what is the name of this third part of our epic?
The
Dwarves
Dwarves and the Boar King.
The Dwarves and the Boar King. So again, this is where we start getting really into the story, and since it is a 9-minute song almost, we're just going to jump right into it with the wonderful artwork that Zach made. You might recognize the garbage can as the garbage can at your house, probably.
Yeah, a little bit.
And you might recognize the sky as the sky.
That is the sky in
Skyrim?
above
Skyrim.
Pocono Raceway.
Oh, nice. It was a good clear day that day.
Yeah.
You got, well, not super clear. There are clouds.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but it
so
was, that
here's
was-
part 3 of Rubbish, the Garbage Man epic, The Dwarves and the Boar King.
Yeah.
This is going to be ridiculous. I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys stay through the whole thing and really pay attention to the words, because this is where the story is really starting to kick in. We'll see you guys shortly-ish.
Yep.
I've awoken here. Where am I? What is this place and or time? Trees grow tall. Oh, I hear, did I fall? I hear a rustling in the woods. I'm sure this isn't good. Soon I see before below 10 hairy pint-sized folk. He has come to free us from the land of far away, to end the evil Boar King, just as the prophecy did say. Hello, they call me Latedian, and I'm the leader of this crew. Arthur, you're here in Captalon to end the Boar King's rule. Come with us to our village, nestled on the close hillside. come to free us from the land of far away, to end the evil Moar king, just as the prophecy did say. Arthur, you've been sent here to bring about an age where all can live peacefully, far from the Moar king's reign. Why is this the path I'm on? Why am I in Capitolon? Can this be true? Sir, if you'd let me, I'll tell you our history. Once proud free folk, we were engulfed in smoke as he brought us to our knees. Lives were lost off our lands we walked and bound together neath the trees. Here we've waited for you to come, and now with us here you be. Destroy an evil snout and an atheist frame. The strength of more than 50 men, from nowhere this demon came. Don't let his look fool you, he's smarter than he may seem. He brings pain and suffering on Capitolon he feeds. trick. I'm far gone, drunk and not that sick. Is this a dream? I'll know when I wake. If I'm still here, a journey will take. If I'm still here, then this is my fate. Save the dwarves, they'll drink to my name. My name, my name, my name, my name.
Alrighty, guys, there you have it again. That is part 3 of 6 of the Garbage Man epic Rubbish, and that part is entitled "The Dwarves and the Boar King." So, if you listen to the words, you get exactly where we're going with this story. Zach, do we have a little, possibly a preview of where the story's going next, without giving away too much to anybody?
The next song is called "The Pilgrimage."
Okay.
We are
Pilgrims.
Arthur and Letidian and a choice group of other strong dwarfs are forming a party.
Okay.
And have to go collect some powerful artifacts in order to fight the Boar King, just like you would expect in any other fantasy setting.
Yeah, it's if you think like in the way of like Lord of the Rings, they had the powerful thing that they have to destroy, but in this they have to go get the powerful thing in order to destroy something. This is more like when Link has to go get the Master Sword. Okay,
sure.
Or countless other things that are like that. The party has to go get stronger. The heroes of light need to go.
Arthur has to get the sword out of the stone type of situation. Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, he has to get the
sword from the Lady of the Lake. Technically, if you go real traditional.
There's two. But this is our Thor.
That's Arthur. I'm talking about like Round Table King Arthur. This is our Thor.
Which did you like better, Excalibur or Sword in the Stone?
Ooh,
Merlin.
Yeah, Merlin, the Sam Neill Merlin. Yeah, Sam Neill Merlin with Martin Short and Helena Bonham Carter.
That's not on the table.
No, that should be the
that's
table.
Not on the table.
So you're saying Excalibur versus Sword in the Stone? I go Sword in the Stone on it. Out of those two, and honestly, for me, besides what's been already mentioned, and besides Monty Python and the Holy Grail, terribly enough, as you would expect from me, one of my favorite Arthurian legend movies, and again, Merlin's number one for me, is the Sean Connery, Richard Gere First Night. Yes. It's one of those early 90s movies where Richard Gere, like Kevin Costner, doesn't bother with a British accent at all. It's just Richard Gere with shaggy hair, being a really, really good swordsman. No. And he joins the Knights of the Round Table.
Actual movie from Guy Ritchie.
The Guy Ritchie one?
The Guy Ritchie one.
That was a great movie.
I'm trying to think, because there's King. Is that the one with Clive Owen? Because there's the Clive Owen one with Keira Knightley from like the mid 2000s.
This is the dude from.
Charlie Hunnam.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't actually
Jude
see
Law
that
is
one.
The bad guy.
Dude, you should watch that.
I need to watch that.
It is great.
The Arthurian legend as a whole is one of my. It's that and Peter Pan, Robin Hood. Like those are the three of the greatest stories that. And Peter Pan's a more recent one, compared to the other two. But the fact when you look into the Arthurian legend that you don't know what's real, what's not, what could be historically based, and nothing's historically accurate. But what could be historically based.
You don't think the Holy Hand Grenade is historically
I think the Holy Hand Grenade and the Knights Who Say Neat are definitely historically accurate. Spamalot for sure. Do you think
Life of Brian was historically accurate?
I think that was more accurate than the Passion of the Christ or the Bible. Yeah, I think. And you know what? It has a much better lesson. Just always look on the bright side of life.
That is a perfect way to end that movie.
That is the best.
What is seen in that movie?
So good. It's
and
so good.
They're all whistling along and just always happy. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it, There's great lessons to be taken from all of those films. But what I wanted to talk about here in the final segment is we've talked about this in the past a little bit. In the last 2 weeks, we've talked like racing, we've talked racing, and we've talked racing, video games and racing. So kind of sticking with the idea of this is a country feel thing. I want to talk about Lil Nas X. We've talked about him in the past, but officially this week, he has broken the record for
and they put him back on Billboard charts.
Oh, yeah. So. But he's been number one on the top 100 Billboard for 19 weeks in a row.
He's the winner.
And he is also the same song that wasn't allowed to be on the country charts is the top of just the straight hip-hop charts for the same amount of time, 19 weeks in a row. So I was looking it up before just to see who he kind of displaced when he hit that peak. So the other longest running hip hop songs. You had Missy Elliott's Hot Boys from like 99.
Sure.
You had Iggy Azalea's Fancy from
That ran
2014.
at least 19 weeks?
18 or 16.
Okay,
Somewhere
okay.
both of all these are around there. And then Drake's Hotline Bling. So those
Hotline
Bling.
Hot lime
Lime?
Cheetos.
Hot Lime Cheetos. Hot Lime, whatever that terrible snack you get sometime is. What are those? The
Taquitos?
Takis. There we go. Takis. Those
Takis.
things that
Those things are great.
They're amazing
Habanero
till later. They come out fierce. They come out real angry at your butthole. But so he displaced all of them. What I want to ask you guys is recapturing the fame of this big of a single is really, really hard to do, and it's ironic that the guy
I think he had to get Billy Ray Cyrus to do it. I think that was the only way to actually do that.
Well, definitely,
but it's
for
the
sure.
same song still.
It's
it's still the same song.
Yeah.
They extended it and had other people.
But look
do other
at what I
things
want to
with
do
it
is
and
you look
whatnot.
at Billy Ray Cyrus. That man, more or less, besides his daughter, had one thing that made him famous, and that was Achy Breaky Heart. He knows rising to the top of the world with one song, writing it until
Took his money.
Yeah.
He's definitely getting paychecks.
Oh, well,
Left
from this song? I mean, he got a
I'm saying
Maserati from
Achy
fucking
Breaky
Lil
Heart.
Nas X, so I mean...
I'm saying for Achy Breaky Heart. How many movies did that shit pop up in?
Exactly. In the 90s, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
But he had that and only that, and then he dropped off. So do you think Lil Nas X has the talent to have the staying power to release one or two other hit songs after
maybe
this?
he may release another thing that blows up.
Have you heard any of his other songs?
I've not. That's what I was wanting to bring it to you because you are
I think it was
way
just
more
because of the meme thing,
knowledgeable
Red
about
Dead
those things.
coming out, all of that shit. I think
it was a
blew up
perfect
in the
storm
right
for
place.
what made him famous.
Yes.
But Zach, you've listened to his other music. Is the other music comparable to this? Is it still in that country vein? What is his other music like?
Sort of. Some are, some aren't. It's just I think maybe the songs would be better had he not had this ginormous hit first.
Yeah.
That's always a funny thing when you have one ridiculously
every
amazing
one-hit wonder,
song
though.
and the rest of
I
the
mean?
songs, they're not bad. They're just not Old Town Road.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the problem he's going to face is just like every other artist. You have this thing that is 19 weeks in a row.
Yep.
It's still going.
Yep.
So I'm sure it's going to hit 20 or 21, 22.
Sorry,
But,
We have an elephant.
I had to.
But trying to go in and be like, okay, well, you had that hit. Now you have to write us another one.
Well, and that's where a lot of times people in the production side and the business side of the music industry basically go, do that again.
Yeah.
Do that again.
When it was just a random at luck fucking thing. That,
Yeah, so he, personally, do you think, Justin, you don't think he's going to have the sustainability, the longevity?
I don't think so. I think what's helping him right now is, one, people are very bored with regular rap.
Okay.
This changes it. I mean, are there trap beats on that? No, right? It's just straight up country with some
No,
hip-hop
it's all
influence.
trap.
It is trap?
All the hi-hats are straight up trap music.
All right. Well, I mean, I think it's just different enough that people are like, okay, it's not.
And he's really buying into the persona of doing the whole shirtless, like it's almost an Eddie Murphy outfit with a fucking cowboy hat.
And he seems like the nicest fucking
Oh
guy.
God, yeah.
Like I've seen his Twitter. He's done a lot of stuff for other. He just donated like $20,000 to some kid who had cancer or something
Jeez,
to
hell
pay
yeah.
the rest of his medical bills. Like he seems like a good person.
Now,
Person that
Do I think he's going to reach where he's that same thing? No, but do I think he's going to produce more albums? Yes.
Have
I
a
think,
career
I
of
think
it?
I think he'll at least get 2 or 3 more albums out.
Okay.
And then if there's nothing sustaining, then he'll just be like, well, I did my thing.
I'm a guy from
Got
Old
my
Town
money.
Road, and in
save
20
your
years,
money, Lil Nas X.
Yes, seriously.
Save your money so you can retire.
Be generous all you want, but be generous to yourself as well. You don't want to wind up, like Vanilla Ice, because it's very easily that you could be
having a
Vanilla
television
Ice.
show where you're working with the Amish? doing the
Yeah,
house
you don't want
remodels?
to. Well, actually,
You don't
Lil
wanna
Nas
work
X-
with the Amish.
Lil Nas X might, because he's a real nice guy. So maybe he would just be
maybe
like, "Yeah, I'll help raise your house.
Yeah.
I'll help put that house up. You need a cow
Maybe that's his
milk?
next
I'll do
trick.
it." Just
Raising the Amish house.
that would be. Let's start pitching that to him. His next song should be an Amish theme
Now you're
song.
going to talk about the song that is in the same style as Lil Nas X.
Yes,
but
so this was
better
where I wanted to definitely get to. So Zach, you introduced me to a single, and I had to get you to text me the name of it because I was trying to explain to other people that Lil Nas X isn't the creator of this genre. No. There have been hints at this genre for forever.
LL Cool J's done stuff.
And for me, when I think country and hip hop,
Outkast and like Bubba Clark.
But I'm saying like
is what I was thinking.
Cowboy, you remember Cowboy Troy?
No, I
but
do
I'm
not.
saying
Cowboy Troy was literally a country rapper. He featured on.
Well, there's a whole hip hop thing.
This is way before that.
Yeah.
Cowboy Troy featured on the first Big and Rich album.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
that's
LL
like 2002.
LL Cool J did something literally with just it's a straight up country song that he raps to. With somebody else singing.
And then you can also throw in Jim West, Wild Wild West, Desperado, Rough Rider, I Don't Want Nada. You know, you can throw that whole thing in there, but it's the low point of everything in that field.
Will
but for
Smith?
me,
You're talking about Will Smith?
Yeah, Will Smith.
People love that song.
I love that movie. Though.
That movie's great. The song for him is probably something he wishes he could, just never have to perform again.
It's better than getting jiggy with it.
It's definitely better than getting jiggy with it. For sure. I think it's better than, what was that other one? Miami, Going to Miami. That
Summertime. Yeah. Summertime was a good song, though.
Summertime's good. So we've established that there have been other people that have mixed hip hop and country together. And Zach, you introduced me to a guy who. Well, I'll just let you tell the story behind.
Real quick before you get into that, the song that LL Cool J did with Brad Paisley.
Okay.
It's called Accidental.
And what's his face did the stuff with Tim McGraw too. Nelly.
But it's also been going back, like we're sort of talking about, like Southern artists.
You look at the culture,
the
culture that comes from in the South. There's a large African American population, and there's a large white population, and both of them at this time in our existence are equal parts of hip hop and of country. So it's a natural progression that they combine.
Sure.
Which, going to the guy that, what was the name of this guy again? It's
Blanco Brown.
Blanco Brown. So tell us a little bit about Blanco Brown, so everybody knows who he is and what he does, and then tell them about the single that you showed me.
He calls it trailer trap.
Okay.
Which this dude's from the South. I think he's from Atlanta, but he grew up like spending the school year in Atlanta and then spending the summer way out in the country in a trailer park where his grandmother lived with a whole bunch of hicks.
Yeah.
Shit.
So he, part of the year he was like living in the projects, and the other part of the year he was living in the white version of the project.
Yeah, he was going from one version of the low end to the other low end.
You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
But he even says that in interviews that I've seen. And so
he went from one community to the other, but he didn't change the social standings of his life.
just the sound of the music from one community to the other, and he just mixed them together. And according to him, he's been doing this. He recorded his album before Old Town Road came out. Now, if you also look at his credentials, he produced tons of songs for a whole bunch of artists. Like, it wasn't Katy Perry, but it was somebody like that, and Chris Brown.
Okay.
Like big, full-blown, big-time work for people.
Right.
And then he's finally put his stuff out, and it is a country line dance trap song.
Now, is that song, it's called the Get Up?
The Get Up.
And go check it out after you're done listening to this.
Just type in The Get Up, GIT, and you'll find it. It's huge.
It's really fucking good. It's really super catchy. Now, is this his first that he's ever released solo?
I believe this is his first.
And it's at least the biggest, if it's not the first. It has... What I really like about it is all the samplings that are in there, everything that is like the trap... They aren't traditional hip-hop sounds. They are more traditional country sounds that he sampled in and used in a trap way.
Yeah.
So it adds this whole air. Like, there's a slide feel to it. There's just straight clapping and knee slapping sounds along the way. And then the video for it is... I wonder if it's his grandmother's trailer park area that he grew up on.
Well could be.
But he's outside of a trailer park. It's just him. Outside, kind of doing what I like to do on our video intros, but doing a nice choreographed dance.
Gotcha.
That the minute I saw it, I said to Zach, this is going to be the song in 2, 3, 4 years that you're going to go to a wedding and everybody's going to know that dance.
We're learning this for Luke's wedding. Yeah. At least me and my brother.
Well, you guys need to learn it. You need to record it, and then you need to put it up online because you will be the first that kind of get into that craze.
No, it's all over fucking.
Are people already doing the full
TikTok.
dance at weddings and stuff?
I don't know. I haven't seen any wedding videos, but it's on fucking TikTok.
It's on TikTok, people doing the moves. Now, do you have faith that you can learn the whole thing, you and your brother? Are you just going to practice at work?
It's pretty, I went to Pocono Mountain School District, okay? So
yeah, you did.
So I took line dancing in gym class.
Whoa, they had line dancing in gym class?
Yeah.
In New Strasburg.
They didn't have it for us.
For the entirety of my...
Really?
Yeah, we never did it.
Dude, from like 6th grade...
They said square dancing at one point, but I never got around to it.
To 12th grade, we had to fucking square dance and line dance in gym class.
Damn. That's...
Yeah, we had...
Okay, that's a whole different thing that I did.
Like, gym class for, like... I don't know. It wasn't that long, but we definitely did
But we did it every year.
I definitely remember hearing about people doing this, but it's just another one of those things. Well, I went north, but I was up until JTL. I was in the same district that you were, and so up until the intermediate school, up until 8th grade,
at that point.
They
I remember
must
doing it
have.
in, like, elementary, dude.
Yeah, well, I remember hearing about it when I went to elementary school at Middle Smithfield that they were going to be teaching us square dancing. And I remember everybody's been like, "God, no, please don't." And maybe there were just enough people that were like, "Don't make my fucking kid dance to shitty country music. Like, we don't want that." Or maybe just enough of the influx from New York at that time kind of made it obsolete because, you know, my family was kind of part of that first big wave into, you spilled your lighter now, into the, the big mass exodus from New York to the Poconos. So by the time I was in, you know, kindergarten through 5th grade, the amount of people that lived, especially in Bushkill, that were from New York was way outnumbering the people that were originally just from Bushkill. Like, way, way, way outnumbering.
Also, I don't think that, like, have you ever been to a line dance in Pennsylvania? I'm sure they're.
Oh, I'm sure they have them, but I've never been to one. I've never been invited to one. I've never seen a flyer for one, anything like that.
I mean, has any school dance that you went to, if you went to a school dance, did it have line
Y'all
dancing?
didn't do the Cotton Eye Joe?
I mean, I've done
I've
done the Cotton Eye Joe.
School dances, like Cotton Eye.
I mean, school dances.
The Cotton Eye Joe was the biggest dance.
It was that for me. It was the Macarena when we were in there. Macarena was kind of the biggest thing.
Just like, you know.
Have I ever been to a country only?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think so.
What
I was
was
just
the
saying, if
restaurant
any
that
of us
used to do
would, you would. Oh, I was going to say, Texas Roadhouse does the Cotton Eye Joe dance every single time Cotton Eye Joe comes on.
the Watermelon Crawl. What was the place that did Watermelon Crawl?
Do not know.
It was Allentown. I don't remember it. Maybe. Fuck.
We'll just say it was the Ground Round because they're closed.
But either
probably Longhorn. That would make sense.
Every
Star.
hour, it might have been Lone Star. Every hour and 15 minutes, everybody that worked there had to stop and get up and fucking do this whole dance.
Yeah. That's a really fun thing to do in the middle of your busy shift as a server or a bartender or a cook. Hey, we need dancers. That's worse than the birthday song. Like, I need singers. I need singers.
You know what I found, though? I love dancing. Mm-hmm. And that them forcing me to do that shit in high school, especially, like, dancing with girls in, like, 8th grade, 9th grade.
Well, it does break those boundaries.
Now I fucking get up and dance in front of anyone at any point. At it doesn't.
I just don't find it fun.
Case in point,
I don't find it fun.
Case in point, Zach dancing
Oh,
on Friday.
Oh my God!
On Friday,
my ass off.
So
Friday.
Friday night, to get a little off subject here. Friday night, we all went out to karaoke over at the Cinder, and we're hanging out with Slacky. And there was a group of women when I went up to do my first song, which was One of Us.
What if God was one of us?
The Joan Osborne song.
I was stuck in my head this morning. I woke up, I'm taking a shit, singing fucking
"Got Out of Face."
Yeah.
Now that's immediately on the list of cover songs when I do a cover album. That is on there. It's perfectly in my register.
My dad was so excited when I told him about it. That was one of his favorite albums of the 90s. For whatever reason, he loved.
I'm making your dad proud.
Because I ain't.
I love it. I love it. So there was this group of women. I get up and they all just start going, Kyle, Kyle. And I turned and I went, must have been really drunk a couple of weeks ago or whenever. And just these ladies liked me. And they were applauding. But there was this one woman who I think her name was Rita or Tina. One of those two. Tina.
Yeah, Tina. I worked with her.
Oh, you did work with her. Okay. So she...
Tina got wild.
Tina got wild.
Like at one point she came up to me and she's like, you've never seen me fucked up before, have you? And I was like, nope. I've only seen you at work.
Yep. No, she was really fucked up.
She nearly pulled the girl's dress over her head.
Yeah.
Which that girl was rad. The mashup girl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the mashup was really fucking good.
4 or 5 different songs in a song.
Yep. That was one of the more shocking moments of the evening. But Zach, you were dancing up a fucking storm with Tina. You were like all over the place, and you attribute...
Tina?
Yeah, Tina and maybe another woman or
I slow danced with that other old lady.
Yeah, with my friend Arlen.
Was I dancing with Tina?
You danced with Tina. I danced with Tina.
Tina was dancing with everybody.
She was all over the place. Yeah. And then on Sunday, one of the other friends came in. Or maybe Monday night, because I guess at the Sherman they had Buck Cherry, and less than 500 people showed up, so they sent almost the entire security staff home. So the one woman who is with her as part of the security staff comes in, and she's like, "You don't recognize me, not all dolled up, do you, Kyle?" And she's like, you know, and probably like mid-40s or so. And I was just like, don't, like, you're saying things like I should really know who you are. And she was like, Friday night, and I was like, oh God, what did I do on Friday night? I'm like, I don't recognize you all dolled up and clothed. I don't know what the fuck happened on Friday. Yeah. And she was just like, you were like hanging out, like you were doing karaoke, we were doing karaoke. And then she said that she got so drunk she just wound up walking to one of her friend's cars and falling asleep in one of her friend's cars in the parking lot. But she was like, yeah, Tina had a blast with you guys. And I was like, yeah, Tina was definitely feeling it. She was having a good time. She was like, that's Tina. Yep. Tina just has a good time wherever she goes.
I've known Tina's kids for...
Really?
I went to high school with...
Let's say I never have met Tina before whenever I met her at the Cinder.
Well, no, you worked with her that one day, or the few times at the Sycamore. She was a...
Oh, she worked at... Wait, was she a bartender or server?
She was basically a... banquet server.
Oh,
but so, she did serve.
Okay.
Well,
okay. So I worked. That's weird. I do not remember working.
And her
with
daughter Kayla was there.
Okay.
Actually, her 3 daughters were working.
I remember. Okay, I remember the sisters. I don't remember her. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I knew Kayla since we were like 7th, 8th grade. We were like snowboarding buddies.
Hell yeah.
Like there was a group of us, and she was one of the girls that happened to shred, so she was always cool.
Well, she apparently, like from talking with Tina and Kayla, is that her and Dougie were like best friends, and they always thought that they were going to be together and all this shit. And then I found that out, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, last time I saw him, we picked him up from the airport and all that shit. But yeah, now he's in Florida as a DJ.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a pretty big DJ now in Florida.
That's sweet. Yeah. Well, and hey, why don't we take this natural segue? Let's keep segueing away from the original topic. What are you going to say?
You guys should check out Hobo Johnson, the new song.
Hobo Johnson's really fucking good, man.
What is it called?
He played on
Typical Story.
Colbert.
Check that song out. It is fucking really rad.
Yeah, it's definitely a good song. But another DJ piece of information. Our good friend Nick Wyman put together what I was not sure. I don't know if you've listened to it yet. I sent it over to you. So if you want, I mean, it's really just the first 2 minutes that pertains to us. So we'll play that a little bit. So Nick is an EDM DJ, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, he's a New York DJ.
A New York DJ. And he asked us if, or maybe we proposed it to him. I forget exactly how it went.
Something, said, hey, you want to do something with this?
And we sent him, it's Overestimated, which was our Grimes style song about the robots taking over and controlling all of our lives. So we sent him that, and he cut it up into over an hour long.
Well, it's his mix that he released.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But it's over an hour long, and I wasn't sure, so I sat there and just listened to it, waiting for us to come back into it. We're really just in the first 2 minutes, but we kicked the whole thing off. Nice. And the is like the big driving part of it.
Oh yeah,
in the beginning.
I always forget when you say the name of that song. was like, I can't.
I only know it now because Justin has said so many times it's overestimated. I'm like, that grime song. All right. So hey, why don't we just jump right into it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to play it.
So it's DJ Hijinks, right?
DJ Hijinks, yeah. I'll just do this, yeah. So we can look at it.
There you go.
If it's loud, I cannot control the volume on this, so. But some of the mix on here that he has is really cool.
I will say, if you listen all the way through, at one point, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor goes in.
Yeah, there's Manson in here, there's all kinds of weird shit. After we get to our part, I'm going to go to a part that I enjoy, or a thing that I sort of cut up for him real quick. I'll actually show that as well. It's still a work in progress, but...
Like something really epic's about to happen, you
Alright, so with that in mind, it sort of drones on with that a little bit.
Yeah, no, definitely. But
I'm going to...
I feel like we're going to be in the new Blade movie.
This is, with some other stuff that he's done, I've cut this up to the new Modern Warfare trailer.
Hell yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I'll just show it.
We don't own the rights to any of this.
We don't own the rights to that, but the music side, we sort of do.
We co-own music. Again, if you're listening on iTunes,
and this is within his mix, so if you like some of this stuff, check it out.
Yeah. Again, DJ Hijinks. Playing all over the city.
I don't like the next cut that's coming up. I have to edit it a little bit better. But it's the only part I don't like.
This is who I want to be!
Which new Modern Warfare looks absolutely incredible, dude.
Yeah, if you like mass shootings.
I'm not a fan of them. So Walmart's not going to sell this game, right?
Probably.
No. So what we're watching
Wait, you
here,
haven't seen this yet?
No, this is just the straight trailer for
Straight
it. Straight
trailer. I haven't edited anything. I've only cut up some of the music, but this part coming up is my favorite part. The way it all came together, I didn't fuck with anything.
Oh yeah! What kind of fucking gun is that? Jesus.
Same gun, dude. Minigun, same gun.
It's a minigun? That's a pretty
nothing
big
mini
gun.
about it.
Pretty good. Yeah, and I got a big dick. That's a minigun. Oh. So now the track that we're actually hearing, is that...
This is all part of his mix.
Okay.
This is within the mix. It's just the part that I found that I like with this.
Hey, we got Rich Blackmore joining us in the chat there. Hey, Richard. Hey, Richard. Once again, we do not own the rights to these images. Sue us so we get more famous. Or famous.
Yes, just write your cease and desist to 123 Justin sucks.
Yeah. All right. Fuck yeah. Oh, what the hell is this? So for those just joining us, mainly Richard, that's DJ Hijinks, our buddy Nick Wyman. That's his music that Justin cut to the trailer for.
It was only 3 full cuts.
Full cuts.
A lot of the stuff was stuff that he has in his mix. It's on his page. And when he had originally sent it to me, I was listening to it. And that low end part literally hit when the minigun was out.
Okay.
The chain gun.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm going to cut this up. Like, this fit perfectly.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Now, James-O in the chat is asking, okay, but how does it actually
that
look?
was all multiplayer footage.
So that's all. So it looks that good?
Yeah. That's all.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So let's circle back around to the original topic we were here about. We were talking about Lil Nas X and his the genre that he is making very, very popular now. Not going back directly to him or Blanco Brown, but how do you see the next year or 2 years of hip-hop being influenced directly by that style? Do you think we're going to see more, a lot more of crossover?
Blown up. Well, we were talking about hip-hop, which if you haven't heard of hip-hop, I don't necessarily recommend it. It's not my thing. Maybe it will be for you, but it's very, I don't know, it's like redneck frat boy style music. You know what I mean?
You feel like everybody owns a Monster Energy drink shirt that is in the video.
And a monster truck.
And a monster truck with a Monster Energy drink logo on that truck. And they probably have a Shocker logo on there too.
Probably.
Yeah. That's
giant
definitely
balls dangling off the back.
Huge balls. Yeah. Maybe a dildo slapped to the front of it if they're extra fun.
Well, yeah, see, there's 2 things. There's country influenced by hip-hop and hip-hop influenced by country.
Yeah.
And I think we will see more of the hip-hop with the country influence. Rather, we'll see more Lil Nas X's and Blanco Browns than we will see mainstream.
Yeah, Keith Urban just going straight up.
Well, I think country was
song.
on the rise as far as like mainstream country today.
Yeah.
I think there's more people that are getting into that.
It's huge.
Oh God.
Than a lot of other pop artists. I mean, mine is like obviously when you have teens that are getting influenced by Miley Cyrus or Katy Perry or anybody like that. Even when
they step away from their big pop feel and they go into the more country.
Fucking, who did that? Who's the one big fucking pop artist, country artist that fucking
pop
Taylor
country?
Swift?
Taylor Swift. There you go.
Shania Twain. Jesus fucking Christ.
You're old.
Yeah.
You just got Shania on the brain.
Well, I'd take Shania Twain, Miley Cyrus, and Taylor Swift on a date.
Yeah.
All 3 of them?
Yeah.
Are you gonna all together, or are you gonna do like one of those fun situations where you're on 3 dates at once and you have to
Taylor
keep
Swift
jumping
even
from one
went
to the
into
other?
Like the hip hop ish thing with the one, Look What You Made Me Do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
which is
all of that type of
probably
shit.
one of my least favorite songs ever.
I think it's a great song, dude.
Oh, I do not like that.
Yeah, the chorus is ripped off from I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Yeah,
oh
sense.
God, yeah, you're right.
Fred?
You're right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I hate it because I
Right
love
Fred?
Right Said Fred. I love that Right Said Fred song. But hey, another one-hit wonder that literally blew up one song for years all over. It's still a song that is referenced and played more often than
Do you
probably
think
some better
Chumbawamba
songs.
wanted to have a one-hit wonder?
No,
Since
I
they
think
were anarchists?
in
Do
the
you think
UK they were a little
wanted
bit bigger than they were here. Like they were, there are certain bands that we get over here, they cross over and we get one song from them, and then in the UK they're pretty much how like a punk kid would have been, like 15, 20, 30 years ago, being like, oh, you only like the fucking like mainstream thing.
You only like the hits.
Yeah, you only like the hits. And then didn't Chumbawamba all get arrested and go to jail? Wasn't that a big rumor that happened that they stopped performing because they all got arrested?
I think some of them are stuck in jail for quite some time. I mean, they were anarchists. So
Yes.
Like real anarchists?
Yes.
Full-on anarchists. That's why that song being so popular and upbeat is very strange.
It's definitely a weird one. It's definitely a weird fucking song. So, okay, so we all kind of agree that like there's going to be crossover. The hip-hop, you think, though, is going to pull more towards putting the country influence in there? Because
again, with hip hop, all right. So for me, I think hip hop with the mumble rap is in its hair metal phases.
Yep.
If you want to compare it.
Yeah.
It's very
Which you
fashion.
should.
It's very fashion. Look what I have, and I mean, it was going in that direction for.
Look what I have
while.
here and here and here and here and here, all over my face.
Yeah, I mean,
Dumb
the tattoos,
shit.
the colors, the fucking.
Yeah.
The sounds of the beats. It's like you remember
very-
that hair metal band Slaughter?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean,
That's how like
fucking Poison,
12 of
like,
the different new mumble rap guys.
That's gonna go on
and
for-
Youngs and the.
That's gonna go on for a little while until people are like either grow the ones that love it grow up and they're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They
But
look
they'll
back
still
and they're
love
like, what
like
the
some of them
hell?
will be like
Certain songs
mumble rap
stick out.
only, bro. Like
well, like there are douchebag people that sit around and they go, if it's not 80s hair metal, fuck it. And you're like, oh, way to pigeonhole yourself for the rest
well,
of
I
your
always
life
think
into
of
one
Rick in a
style.
sense where it's like metal
fucking
man,
rock and roll metal,
man,
bro.
and it's like
Well, and
Yeah, dude,
they both
okay,
have
okay.
like she got that 80s hair metal dude that's driving a beat up fucking old Camaro with
Yeah.
a mother like and then you're gonna in 5 years from now you're gonna get the dudes that were like the mumble rap only and they're driving like busted ass
we're gonna have
3
BMW.
Series.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
have.
that's what I'm
they're
saying.
gonna have those, but then their hair's still gonna be fucking skittled colored.
And they're not going to be able to
fucking-
change the face tattoos,
No,
you know?
no,
I mean, you
no.
could,
Yeah,
but I
like,
don't know what that scar
Everyone's
is
gonna
look
like laugh at those guys the
Yeah.
way we laugh at the fucking dudes with mullets driving Camaros.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's going to be a shift, and I think what resonates more is something that has more feel, aka country and blues, compared to a mumble rap style. Unless something in rap really fucking changes.
Do
Like,
you
unless
foresee
there's a
anything really
resurg-
changing, or do you think
Unless
this
there's
is
a
the
big
change?
resurgence. Well, I mean, it could very well be that you're going to get some young kids that push a resurgence of old style hip hop.
Yeah.
Not necessarily old beats and whatnot, but more
Throwback,
thought provoking, lyric.
or at least
we got
fun
that with,
and light beat,
The
or
whole
lighthearted.
Dreamville team, J. Cole and all the people.
we
J.
do,
Cole signed
but it's not the
and
time
them.
for that. They're doing it and they're making their money, but people don't. They want it,
And
but
in
it's
10
not
years,
the
people might look back at
massive
them
thing.
and go, those are the ones that influenced
Well,
us.
that's
to
exactly
make
what it's
this.
going to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because everything, when you look at everything in music, everything is cyclical. Everything in life and in the world is constantly on a cycle.
We are starting to get fashion. People are already preparing for the 20s.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
prepare
they've
for
already
the
said
20s.
it.
They're going to be all flappered out and everything like that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
I'm
more
gonna
of like
be-
a straight homage thing.
It is.
But if you look...
still, but that's some of that shit's going to carry over. Though.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then the sound and the style, you're going to have people that are playing
Big
more like...
band.
Big band, but even before that, like people that are playing more folk, like busking style music. You're going to get them coming into the mainstream as well because they're going to be played at all these parties and they're going to be everything. But the big band thing, are you fucking kidding me? Sign me up when that comes back. Swing and big band, that is where I would thrive.
Yeah.
Like I would put me in a white fucking suit
Brian
with tails.
Seltzer.
Brian Seltzers.
Brian LaCroix.
Brian LaCroix. Yes.
Brian High Noon.
So I think I like it. I because I'm not really a fan at all of anything that's coming out of the Lil Youngs off SoundCloud and all of that
The
fucking
SoundCloud
bullshit.
thing is.
It's over.
Yeah, I don't know.
And,
I mean,
and it's
I've
funny
never been
because
really a
I look
fan.
at it and I'm like, okay, trying to look at it from their perspective, you're a bunch of young kids are generally the ones that are into it, or now in their early mid-20s. And I look, okay, what was I into as a teenager? And I was really, really into really bad pop punk.
Oh, yeah.
And I look back at, bands like Alistair that I'm like, why the hell did I love this band so goddamn
It
much?
just resonated with you.
It resonated with me at that time. And those are things that over time I look back and one or two songs I'm like, that still holds a place for me, but everything else is kind of horseshit from them. Bands like Mest, bands like just
I mean,
the
I
Warped
went and
Tour
saw Mess
2001.
live with fucking Goldfinger.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
but you got to see Goldfinger, so that's a little bit
well,
better.
yeah, I went because it was a farewell tour. It's just that Mess opened up for them.
Nice.
Well, the way that you've got one Mest song you like, in 10 years from now, I can still put on Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Exactly.
I'd be like, yo, you remember this song,
Sure,
man?
yeah.
It's gonna
Look
be
at
on.
his teeth.
It's gonna be on the now. That's what I call 2010s or whatever, and
I
it's
mean,
just gonna be a good throwback.
Going back to the whole SoundCloud thing, I mean, playing Overwatch and having this setup, I use the MXL 770 when I'm playing video games and stuff. And a lot of the times I get, and I have been plugging the podcast and whatnot. They're like, you should be on radio, your voice, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what kind of microphone do you use? And I'm like, it's a 770. And I actually had somebody ask, what's the difference between that and the 990? And I'm like, really, it's meant for vocals, like rap and whatnot. And immediately people were like, oh, we got a rapper here. What's your fucking SoundCloud, man? What's your SoundCloud? Like, just being dickheads, and I'm like, I'm not a rapper, but this is what it's meant.
I'm not a rapper, I just work with them.
Yeah. But it's just like the whole SoundCloud thing is turning into a meme, sort of. Like, it's a joke.
Definitely is.
I shouldn't say 100% a joke, but a lot of people are doing it for that quick money grab,
95.
and they're going to end up with no money at the end.
There can only be one Post Malone.
True.
It's true. So, okay, kind of goes to what I was just going to ask. Which 1 to 3 people of this era, of the SoundCloud era, do you think are the ones that are the holdouts, the ones that stick around after this fad kind of dies down, or at least the ones that are known?
It's Post Malone, but his music has already transcended SoundCloud rap.
Yeah, for sure. Rich said check out Lil God.
Lil God, all right.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah,
people are coming up with crazy fucking names, man. Lil God, I like that.
Lil Windex.
Lil Windex.
Oh,
is
that
that really a
so
name?
Bad. That shit was
Is that really a name?
Lil
Lil
Windex?
Windex?
You don't remember that
No,
song?
did he get sued?
No.
By
He
didn't get sued by Windex?
No.
Oh God, Windex, hit me up. We got to talk. You should sue that
Rich
guy.
says it's proof that the SoundCloud boom is ending. It's bad, dude.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, it's gonna happen. Everything kind of goes again on that cycle of 5 to 8 years of one sound kind of being big. Usually, a sound defines a decade, and unfortunately, that sound is probably going to be what people in 20 years when they're going to school dressed up in their 2010s outfits, the way we did our 70s and 50s outfits. They're going to be kids drawing shitty little logos all over their face and dyeing their hair weird colors for one
Halloween
day.
And stuff?
I'm just saying, like Spirit Week.
When
you're at school and it's Spirit Week, and
is
they
it
go,
over when kids are
tomorrow's
dressing
2010s.
up for Halloween as clowns, but you're like, oh, I'm not a clown. Well, I guess I'm a clown. I'm trying to be like Lil Windex here.
I'm not a clown. It's just Lil Windex. Yeah. I think that would be the point where it's been totally forgotten. But when kids that are now listening to that music have kids in 20 years that are going, or 10 years, whatever, are going to school, and they're doing throwback days for Spirit Week, they're going to say dress like the 2010s.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Okay, so since younger kids, and obviously mumble rap is a big thing, do we not get it because we are older like our parents, or is it just bad?
No. I think it's both. It's both things. Here's my personal opinion.
Because a lot of the times your parents are like, what do you listen to that shit? But most of the time it's still music that I'm listening to now, and they're still...
There are a lot of bands that I will say that I listened to growing up that I heard from not necessarily my parents, but from other adults
of that age, yes.
and people that I worked with that I would just get openly mocked for listening to.
Yep.
And now I look back and I go, okay, that was pretty bad. But again, it was a time and a place that got me at the right point. So I think it is a combination of we're too old to be in the mindset that these people are aiming at. They're aiming at people 13
They're
to 19.
not targeting us.
We're not the target audience at all, so we're being missed right there for that simple reason.
Speak for yourself, you old bastards.
Hey.
But
hey now.
19-year-old over here. But combining that with the idea of what Zach said when he threw out whatever the hair metal band that I don't even remember now, 10 minutes later, Slaughter. There were probably people that were huge Slaughter fans or huge Wasp fans or just whatever other bands of that era.
Dude.
Now the real question.
Yeah.
Who's gonna what mumble rapper's getting the biopic made?
The biopic about it? Well, whoever gets killed the worst, probably. Or whoever has the worst life in
is
general.
Is it going to be Tekashi biopic?
Maybe.
Is that
oh my God! That
what was the guy who was just? Well, oh no, that was A$AP Rocky. Never mind. He was the one that was just in locked up in like Sweden or whatever. But they can make a whole movie about
they
that.
mumble rappers though?
I don't think he's.
I wouldn't call it.
I wouldn't call it.
A$AP.
They have that one crazy Lamborghini High or whatever. That video is fucking wild. They've got some good
fucking songs.
If you haven't seen that video, watch Lamborghini High.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that. That's not. That's more in the. That's like the new metal
rap.
You know how there was the new wave of British heavy metal. It's like the new wave of West Coast gangster rap.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Which is like Kendrick Lamar. And the A$AP crew.
Yeah.
All those guys, you know.
All right, so then let's try to wrap it up on this question here.
A$AP Rock.
Yeah, A$AP Rock.
He's in his own category.
Yes. He is lyrically crazy. If you're into nerdy shit, check him out if you haven't.
So we've already talked about the things that might be coming down the pipeline, but what do you think after the country influence to the hip hop happens? What do you think would be the natural progression or the next thing that gets incorporated into the hip hop world?
I think we're going to start seeing more new metal come back.
New metal?
Not necessarily the way it was with hardcore, but I think we're going to see... I think we're eventually going to see a band like Animals as Leaders or Contortionists. These guys that are super talented, that don't have any lyrics because nobody can fucking sing to that shit.
Okay.
And I think we're going to start seeing rappers be like, I'm
rapping
into
up
this.
Progressive metal rap.
Progressive metal. Like, I would like to see or hear some of that. I would like to see that progression to something that's super technical with somebody that's as good lyrically. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
To do something and see how that actually comes
Zach,
back.
do you think that's a thing that could be coming down the pipeline? Do you think the incorporation of new metal into hip-hop and rap?
I wouldn't say necessarily new metal, because that's it's not new metal.
Well,
progressive
music, whether it's progressive metal or rock or jazz or hip-hop, is never mainstream.
It's not a mainstream thing. No, it's a very niche market, yes.
So, do I think that Drake is going to put out a song with the Animals as Leaders type beat? No. I don't think so.
Okay. Do you think somebody on the up and coming might do that?
Someone might, but I don't see
catapult them up.
Yeah, I don't see that being the new pop music.
I think it will be. I mean, I'm saying more or less that it will form a genre.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Do you have any ideas of what, or any guesses as to what might be the next genre that gets melded together with hip hop? Or do you think we just do what we already discussed and go back to basics, go back to the beginning? Back to, just straight rock and roll.
They're doing mixing country, and they're going to start having bands that sounds like the Rolling Stones, but people rapping over it.
Sure.
I see that being more commercially viable.
Oh, for sure, that will make you money.
You know, just get the Stones, and instead of fucking
Mick Jagger,
you got fucking Post Malone.
Hell yeah.
That's basically what Post Malone is on his way to be doing, you know?
Very true.
Well, then what I want to say to kind of wrap it up there is then what we should do at some point is both of those kind of ideas. Take like a classic rock song and then get somebody to come in, whether it's Pat, Remy, anybody else that's listening that wants to be a part of a rap project, and do something that's more like that. Throwback to the Run DMC, crossover with Aerosmith, and then also try to do something along the lines of taking more of the Animals as Leaders style beat.
I mean, we can try. That shit is brutally fucking hard, man.
Yeah,
those guys.
But if we can pull it off, all right,
I'd be down to try it.
It'd be a good experiment, definitely to go for.
Yeah, we should try and do it. Because you know what, we can birth another genre.
Yeah, and if there's anything mochas know, it's birthing things.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here for episode 9 of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that joined us live in the chat room.
Mike, you still in here? Did you crash from all your goddamn Red Bulls?
the Red Bull. He definitely crashed from all the Red Bull.
Oh, I just shit myself.
And Zach just shit himself.
Had a diarrhea accident.
That sound and smell.
Oh, it's bad.
Means we're almost done here. All right, so I want to give a big shout out, as always, to Moot.tv, our wonderful producer EJ5000, for putting us out every single week on iTunes and Stitcher.
You're trying to hear
the what? Oh,
the DJ Khaled.
Oh, the DJ Khaled song. Do we still have it? We still have the rights to play it again.
We do.
Let's do it one more time.
All right. So again, if you weren't here in the beginning,
this is
got the
DJ Khaled song.
DJ Khaled.
We were the world premiere of it. Get ready for it. It's long.
Moot.tv!
DJ Khaled.
Yeah. Now we're definitely getting sued.
Now we're definitely getting sued. I sounded way too similar to him. But again, as always, big thanks to Moot.tv. Check out Let Me Ask You a Question. That also releases on the Monday Moot Drop on iTunes and Stitcher. And you can check out the couple episodes of White Wasabi that are available on there as well. Big thank you to Mr. Justin Olampado for putting everything together. Always a good time. And a big thank you to Mr. Zachary.
I'm a potato.
Stormin. I'm a potato. I'm a potato. Come back next week where we will be writing, recording, mixing, and mastering part 4 of the Garbage Man epic.
Yeah.
And we'll be having part 3 up individually sometime in the next week. And then we're going to be putting it all on one big playlist for you guys once it's all completed.
Yes.
And who knows, maybe we'll print it. Maybe we'll release it. We'll do something crazy. This should be the first thing we put up.
It'll
on
get delivered in a garbage bag.
8-track. Ooh. But we only have 6 tracks.
It'll be delivered in a 33-gallon garbage bag.
I like it. I like
Just
it.
the sheet music.
And the return address will be 123 Justin Sucks, PA. Yeah. And there'll just be a weird pile of shit somewhere in the middle of the woods.
And if your copy has a piece of metal in it, that means you're the winner. Congratulations.
Yep.
You get to come and clean the houseboat for the next 4 months.
You get to clean the houseboat, Tommy Lee Jones. Look at you dumb motherfucker. You're going to love it. I'm going to just be shitting on the floor. Zach already shit on the couch, so might as well. All right, guys, we will be back next week. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll see you then. Here is our closing theme song to play you out.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Later.
Mood.tv.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be weak. We're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be total experimental pieces of shit. We're not over yet. Now we are.